Self restraint or Brahmacharya. The word Brahmacharya is a combination of two words, actually, is Brahma plus Charya. The meaning of Brahma are God, Veda, knowledge, and Seman. Charya means to think, study, obtain, preserve. Hence, in this way, the meanings of Brahmacharya are to think of God, to study the Vedas, to obtain knowledge, and to preserve semen. Semen is the vital fluid of life. If we take the sum total of all this, it comes that a brahmachari's duty is to maintain his physical health and enhance his mental faculties. Here we shall lay more emphasis on his preservation of this vital fluid. What is this fluid? Known as semen. Whatever we eat, it goes into the stomach and turns it into juice, the solid part of which goes out of our body in the shape of urine and excreta. The rest of it passes into various channels and changes into blood, flesh, fat, bones, marrow, and semen in the end. It takes about 5 days in each of these 7 substances. Thus, a period of 35 days lapses before about a mound of food changes into 1 tola of semen. Those who waste this vital fluid by masturbation or any other bad sexual means, their lifespan is shortened. It has been rightly said in a shloka, Maranam Vindupatena Jivanam Bindudharanat. To waste the vital fluid is death, and to preserve it is life. In Vedas, there are many verses which describe about the virtues of Brahmacharya. See what the Encyclopedia of Physical Culture by McFadden, an American physiculturist, says. 1 ounce of seminal fluid is estimated by some authorities as being worth 40 ounces of blood, and by others being equivalent in energy to 60 ounces of blood. The large quantity of flesh, meat, together with eggs, fish, pepper, spices, tobacco, tea, coffee, chocolate, bread made from fine wheat flour, all these things have a direct influence on the abnormal exercise of sexual system. Meat and eggs, being rich in protein, should not be used too freely, and if the assimilation is specifically poor, it may be better to avoid them entirely for a time. Not only alcoholic drinks, but even tea and coffee should be avoided. Pepper, hot sauces, and condiments of all kind are especially objectionable. The things that you can eat and enjoy raw, particularly fruits, green salads, nuts, and so forth, should be used extensively in the diet. Remember that the first and the most important of all the evil habits that causes sexual weakness is smoking. The active principle to tobacco is nicotine, which in its pure form is a terrible poison. To the medical man, tobacco is known as an desire and lowering the sexual powers. And without doubt, tobacco is in most cases chief cause of functional weakness and impotence. If you have the least regard for your powers of manhood, give up the use of tobacco entirely. Now I detail certain points which are very important and be kept in view in case you are desirous to observe self restraint or brahmacharya, and yet your thoughts wander into sensual desires which excite your sexual feelings. In order to ward off such evil thoughts, you may adopt one or two of the following methods. Wash your head with cold water continuously till these thoughts are not subsided. Take a lot of cold water. Urinate even though there is no need for this, and wash your organ with cold water thoroughly. Think of God and take long breaths. Engage yourselves in any other game or book. Jog for few furlongs or do any other exercise. Start breathing like an aerosinusitis fellows. Observe complete fast. A Sanskrit scholar has described that there are 8 kinds of sexual act. 1. To think of woman or girl, to think of their beauty or body, to play with them, to look at them, to converse with them in solution, to be eager about sensual desires, to try to obtain a woman, and the last one is actual intercourse. When any of the above detailed idea crosses a man's mind, it is evil and certainly harmful. Hence, it is all the more important that the daily schedule of life should be such as not to give any chance to undesirable thoughts. The preservation of semen is absolutely essential for the student community if they want to achieve something in this competitive world, because healthy mind is a healthy body, and for a student his brain should be fed with this fuel of vital fluid so that his memory becomes sharp. This also helps in the development of his mental faculties, which enables him to discover and invent new courses and ways in different fields of arts and science. You may say that the atmosphere and surroundings all over is not conducive to these ideas, but I want to stress, where there is a will, there is a way. Only weak persons try to find excuses, but strong willed cannot be stopped from marching ahead. This is an excerpt taken from Brahmacharya is the Keynote to Success collection from Gate to Glory by Mahatma Devesh Bhikshu. Thank you. Namaskar.